Hey guys, Dabu7 got some breaking information here in regards to these protests that everyone is seeing from coast to coast. Now, not all the people you're seeing out here are a part of what I'm about to show you here, but many are. Many that are at the heart of these groups in many different cities. What we're coming to find out is that the same old individuals that have been behind the madness, like in Ferguson and in Baltimore and other places, are now responsible for doing the same thing in places like Baltimore, once again, this evening, Chicago, Oakland, Seattle, New York. All these different places were picked by George Soros and his minions and his group Move On. And not only them, I'm going to show you a slew of links and information here. And to start this whole thing off, I want everyone to be aware that there's going to be a massive protest on the 20th. Not my president protesters. You can see right here, this is Michigan. We've got people in New York right now, thousands. Louisville, Kentucky. I will be covering an event this Saturday in Cincinnati, Ohio. So make sure, come Saturday between noon and 3, noon and 4, that you're keeping your eyes peeled for that stream. And this long list of protests, all you have to do is type in Trump protest over on Facebook. You're going to get this long list: Oakland, Minnesota, Columbus. It goes on and on and on of all these places. Now, in D.C., on January 20th, there's going to be this massive counter protest. But what do we have here? Where are all these people coming from? You're looking at a Craigslist ad to hire these people for $15 an hour. And in Seattle, there was a shooting up there as well where 4 people were shot. This is $15 to $22 an hour. And this is the work for this grassroots nonprofit, Fight the Trump Agenda. So they were hiring en masse to put people in the streets. And check this out. They provide benefits, medical, dental, 401k, paid vacation, the whole nine. So people need wonder no more where this is coming from, because Soros-funded groups are organizing this nationwide. MoveOn.org. He also operates through the Open Society, which he has his minions operating out of Baltimore, also in Ferguson in the St. Louis area, and in other areas. He's global. Mr. Soros. And we also have these other groups like Socialist Alternative here that are doing the same thing. They were organizing Seattle, Oakland, New York, Boston, Houston, Ann Arbor, all these other places. And guess what? When it comes to down Texas, they busted them when all these people were showing up out of nowhere in Austin. And they were like, where are all these hateful people coming from? They roll down around the corner and look at this. Bus after bus after bus after bus. That's where these people came from. They were bussed in. These people are being paid $15 an hour in different locations. They are planning to carry out these protests constantly, all the way up to and through the day he's inaugurated in D.C. And they plan to have a lot of people up there. They're saying already 11,000 people on Facebook saying they're going to this event in D.C. But there's going to be ongoing, it's ongoing right now as I speak across the country, all these different cities you see right here. And once again, George Soros being one of the masterminds behind the disruption that you see in this country. They fueled BLM, all these other groups, and now we have many different factions off of his funding doing this, busing people across the country to cause chaos. So it's, in my opinion, you're going to see this continue across the country. This is part of their agenda. And we're going to continue to expose this every step of the way. Remember, I'm going to be covering the Cincinnati event from Fountain Square this Saturday, somewhere around noon to 3, 4, and we will see what happens from there. There's protests going on right now in cities, NYC, other places. But now we know they're being bussed in. Now we know they're being paid $15 to $22 an hour with benefits. There was also a European agency that was looking for people for NYC. So it's not just the one Craigslist ad. There's been multiple. And the Soros connection really shouldn't surprise anyone that's been in the game here a good while, because you should know by now this guy's always at the root of stuff like this. So these staged protests continuing across the country. Now you got a better bead on what's happening here. This isn't going to be every single person in the street, because when you get big groups like this going through neighborhoods, it attracts other people that are not paid. And other people just flat out that don't like Trump are going to be attracted to this. But at the heart of it, there are paid people. Okay? And we've proven it at this point. They're being bussed in across the country. If you guys see something like this, let me know. Dabu7@yahoo.com. Also, make sure to check out our recent sponsor here, the Essential Drug Store, for any of you out there looking to stock up on any kind of medicine, heart medicine, insulin, things like that. I'll leave links for all this in the description box below. And we're going to continue to cover this staged, nationwide bunch of protests that you're seeing here. But let it be known, now we got a better bead on exactly what's happening here. So by the time this hits January 20th and they're in D.C., full scale, you should know it's the same movement fueling it. This has been Dabu7. Peace.